Hello, 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 everybody. Let me make sure this is on here. Yep, it's on. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my first Monday night live readings. I'm really excited. Hey, everybody. Hey, Chaos. Hey, Ajali. Let's take a look here. Oh, my goodness. Chaos. Maybe you need to change your name. Change it to Charity. Charity, because chaos doesn't seem to have gone away. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry you're going through that. I know. Got enough going on, right? I'm doing very well. Anjali, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. And I'm excited to connect with Spirit today. Beautiful, beautiful energies. Even though it does feel like there's a lot of chaos going on in the outside world, kind of feel like in a little bubble. Hey, Kaylee, doing great. How about yourself? Sometimes, I've changed up, like with my friends that text me, on a pretty regular basis. They'll go, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm doing good. How are you choosing to feel in this moment?" Because it feels like every moment is a choice, right? What am I going to feel in this moment? But we'll get started here. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to pull, as always, I love pulling one of these guardian angel cards just to see what message the guardian angels have for us today. Absolutely. So, Anjali, you'll be first on the list. So, okay, well, here we go. So, the card already came flying out here. And let's see if it'll focus. There it goes. It says healing. And it says, listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and heal your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help you dissolve your fears. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. Hallelujah. We will take that. Thank you, all the guardian angels and all of our guides and all the wonderful spirits that are here with us today. I am so grateful. Absolutely, Kaylee. Hey, Dale. Wow. Very good. Love that for you, Dale. So we will get right into readings. And I am going to use the Sun and Moon Tarot to start off. And so, Anjali, if I'm pronouncing that right, we will look at that first. You say, do you see who's coming with long-term relationship commitment soon? We'll see what they would like you to know around that. And then Kaylee will be next up. And then we'll celebrate Dale's relaxing mint and calm. I love that. All right. Well, one card already wanted to come out here. Wouldn't even let me shuffle. All right. And another one came out. So this is for you, Anjali. And let's take a look. See what else can you tell us about who is coming with long-term relationship commitment soon? All right. Well, they said just the two to start off here. So first, you do have the King of Pentacles here. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit so it's not so. There it goes. And King of Pentacles is, all about the outside world. And the King of Pentacles has this beautiful journey that they're on. So, because we're asking about, who's coming soon, it is someone that has the solid foundation, both in their worth and, abundance. They've been through a lot as far as just every area of the outside world where they really know what they're doing. They've got a solid worth, a solid, finances, possessions, their body's good. It's like they understood what they needed to do to have quote success, but they found the worth within them first. So the other things all on the outside don't mean everything to them, but because of what they found in within, it like all unfold on the outside. What they're telling me, they're reminding me of King Solomon in the Christian Holy Bible. Um, and he, when like the creator asked him what he wanted wisdom. He wanted to, the have, uh, this connection to knowledge and wisdom, whereas other people would have asked for riches. But because he asked for wisdom, he was able to make a bunch of wise choices and able to have this, everything else just flourished in his life because he had the smarts, right? He had the wisdom to be able to do things. So I kind of feel like, excuse me, that's the kind of person he is. And then there's also the Five of Wands, which makes me feel like, and usually there's five people, but there's two people on here. And what that makes me feel like, because usually it's this movement of energy from like conflict and rah, 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 to love. And I almost feel like this will be someone that maybe you guys, when you first connect, it's like, it's not, oh, love at first sight, like, oh, I just love you. It's, oh, what a jerk. Why is he this rah, 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 rah? Because whatever situation it is, it's not, it's like a misunderstanding. And then like you meet him once in a situation and this happens, and then you meet him again and you're just like, wait a minute, I thought I was going to hate you, and suddenly I'm intrigued, whether they apologize or something like, I'm so sorry, there was a lot going on, and the way I came across, I didn't mean to, and da da da. And you're just like, oh, really? And it kind of changes like that. So I kind of feel like, in the beginning, it might be boom, but then it's like, oh, and then, it just changes. The energy totally changes. Let me see if they have anything else to add to that. That's funny. You wouldn't happen to be a fire sign, would you? I kind of feel like there's just this, you don't take crap. And so when they do that, you're like, what? Yeah, because here you are, the Princess of Wands. So you are fiery. You yeah, you don't let people mistreat you. You're not mean, you're not rude. You just hold your ground, which I like. But you have the Three of Cups, which is all celebration and joy. So, it is a positive thing. And then they also have the King of Swords here, which means for them, that individual coming, I'm not necessarily, they won't necessarily be an air sign, but they have the smarts, kind of like that Solomon, like I was talking about. That'd be funny if you meet someone named Solomon. You're just like, ah. But this King of Swords, he's intelligent, he is, very smart, and so all that energy is re-showing itself here with, both of those cards being there, both of those kings there. So I like that for you. All right, and that's what they have for you right now. They don't have any, unless his name's Solomon. That would be just, that would be hilarious and awesome. I'd love that. So if you have additional questions, you can pop them down below. I'm going to kind of circle back around here. And so Kaylee, you are next. Hey, Karina, welcome, welcome. You'll be next after Kaylee. Hey, Mina, good to see you. Thank you for the subscribing and all the likes. Yeah, if you guys haven't hit that thumbs up like button yet, I really appreciate you considering doing so. It does help out my channel. So Mina, then you'll be after Karina. All right. Hey, Surf and Turf. And then you'll be next after that. Great. Very good. So I will continue going down the list here. So if you guys have clarifying questions, I will just continue to go in order. So if you ask a question, follow-up question, I'll just kind of go in order with that because I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance and we'll flow through that. All right. So Kaylee, you would like a general reading, and I kind of feel like we want to start off here. I have this Return of Spirit deck. So we're going to start off with an Oracle card. And let's see what they would like you to know. All right, for Kaylee. All right. Shoo. So the card that came up is prayers. And I love these. I call them the spiritual inkblot test cards because I have like 3 different decks of hers. But whatever you see is a special message for you. And I will read from her book as well. So you have prayers. And let's see what it says. Yeah, so you are being heard. Your guides and your angels are acknowledging your prayers, your thoughts, and communication with them. This is their way of affirming to you that your messages are getting through to them loud and clear. It is easy to feel as though you are not being heard at times, mainly because the communication feels as though it is only one way. This is exactly why the prayers card has come to you today. Every time you pray or talk to your guides and angels, you are opening up a direct line of communication with them. Although they cannot answer you in the form of words, they are sending you energetic and intuitive replies. Take time after your prayers or your meditations, or just your chatting with them, to sit quietly. Feel your own energy and the energy within your room. You will start to find that you are becoming more sensitive to their presence, and and may also start to tune in to divine messages they have for you. If you have not been speaking to your guides and angels, then this card has come to encourage you to do so. Relationships take effort on both sides, and they are wanting to build their relationship with you. Wow. Talking with spirit is a powerful way to feel supported, connected, and cared for, especially when we're feeling alone in our physical world. Usually, when this card appears, it is because you are much more able than most to hear the messages of spirit. Prayer is a powerful building block in strengthening your intuitive gifts. Begin looking for replies and answers to your prayers in your everyday world as well. Spirit is reaching out to communicate back to you now. Wow. So, yeah, they're saying, we want to talk to you, talk to us. So, I love that. And then I do want to go to the Radiant Rider Waite, and let me just see what else they'd like to add in there for you. Absolutely chaos. We'll look into that as well. I love that, Kaylee. So numbers everywhere. Hey, Angelina, welcome, welcome. We will add you to the list. Awesome. I love that, Kaylee. So you actually do feel that. So they're like, that is us. No fooling. Let's see what else they want you to know here. Okay. And that one. Anything else? Okay. And that one. All right. So you got 5 cards here. Let's take a look and see what they have going on here. All right. So you this is great. I love these cards. So you've got the insomnia and nightmare card and the 5 of cups, which is kind of reflecting and feeling loss and disappointments in life. But I love all this because this means you're ready. You're about ready to let go of all these thoughts and these beliefs and trying to live up to all these people's expectations, whatever's been gnawing at your mind, wanting you to, you know, kind of demanding your mental attention. You're ready to let that go. And I love how you feel your feels, right? I kind of feel like you're like you've come to this wonderful place where you don't think you should kill your shadow. You understand and embrace your shadow. You feel your emotions. You know, welcome them. You don't, you like, uh, have them become a part of your existence forever. It's like more like you are standing in a stream. You feel the emotion and you let it go. You feel the emotion and you let it go. It's just some of the stuff, excuse me, has been kind of looping in your mind is kind of what I feel like. There's these thoughts, these decisions, because you do have the two of swords here too. Like you have these decisions that are on your mind, and I kind of feel like sometimes maybe uh, like you're having trouble sleeping because you keep on thinking about it, and you're like, I need to go to sleep, and you keep thinking about it. They're saying what you might want to do, and I'm saying that too because even though they have the world card, they're going, it's looping in your brain, it's looping in your brain. And they're like, write it down. You know, I know my mind does that too. If I don't have it written down, my mind thinks it has to remember it, and it keeps looping it, so I remember it. But if it knows it's written down, then it can forget it, and then I can sleep. And so I'm a big list maker. I have everything, and I'm like, let me just write it down, then my brain will let it go, until I see it on my list of things to do, or my could do list, as I call it. So I like that for you. So try giving that a try. But you do have this, you know, world card is great because it is this, endings and ending of a major cycle and beginning of new things. So whatever has been on your mind, this decision, it's going to come to a conclusion, and you're going to be able to move beyond it anyway. Whether if it's that you are unsure of what decision to make, it's because you don't have enough details and information yet. And you're either going to get these extra details that make it a no-brainer, or the decision's made for you. Like there's two options. One of the options just goes, you're like, oh, well, that's what I'm going to do then, because that one isn't an option anymore. It's going to become so clear that you're like, why did I worry so much about this? Because it's just going to solve itself so easily, suddenly out of nowhere. And I love that. You know, it's wonderful life lessons. But when I cracked up earlier, you have the 6 of Wands here, which especially with all of that communication from your posse of support on the upper realms, this is them. This is, them all saying, "They've got your back. They have you all taken care of." And you can see here, this is up here, the wreath of support of they got it all in their hands, and so you can trust them that they are gonna bring the right information or remove an obstacle for you because you've asked them to. You're asking them for clarity, and if you haven't asked them yet, of course, they will never meddle with your free will because they respect it so much. They love our ability that we have choices here. Because on the other side, you know, we have the power of choice, you know, in the higher realms, but there's no fear, there's no opposites. It's unconditional love and peace and joy and laughter and all these beautiful, bright, you know, emotions. We come here in this realm is the only place where there's an opposite, you know, to choose fear and pain and resentment and all these juicy, you know, opposite emotions. And we don't have that choice over there. So when they see like, oh, look at you being able to make choices between those, we don't know why you would choose that, but it's because we're veiled, right? We don't realize all that that's up there. We just know this is all we have. We think we only have one choice of all these fear-based emotions. We don't realize we have a choice of this bliss, right? So in the beginning, when we start to realize, oh, I have the power to choose between two things. So they very much respect and honor our power of choice. So when we want their assistance, we get to ask for it because otherwise they're just like, well, we know you wanted to do this on your own as much as possible, but we're here if you need any help. So just of our own free will, asking them for help activates and puts them into even more action. So I love that for you. So good things are coming. And these decisions, suddenly you're just going to be like, oh, yeah, that's the decision. No biggie. So I love that. If you have additional questions, pop them down below. I'm going to keep on going down the list here. All right. So, Karina, you were next, and you just wanted to get a free reading. Who is coming towards you in love? All right, let's take a look here. I am being pulled to the Chinese tarot. Let's take a look and see what they have to say. And then, Mina, you will be next. All right. So, who is coming towards you? Thanks, Mina. Keep me to it. Don't let me bypass it. Say, hey, you said I was next. All right. So you did get 4 cards here. Let's see what we got going on here. So you do have the King of Cups that's coming in. So the individual that is headed your way is a romantic, is emotionally stable. Yay! Because the kings not only rule over water, but all the kings get an element of air, which is a beautiful balance between heart and mind. So they not, they're not like an engineer where they're all in their mind and have no emotions, and they're not an emotional mess where they're like crying and have this emotional instability. A wonderful balanced individual. So I really like that for you. um we have the 4 of Coins, which would be the 4 of Pentacles. So this, like the King of Pentacles in reading I did just a few minutes ago, is a wonderful card that tells of a someone who's really understanding their worth from the inside. And then again, to the outside, their world is stable because they found that when they were defining themselves by the outside world, they felt unstable. And so it turned them inward, and they've done a lot of that. Makes sense why they have this beautiful balance between heart and mind, because they've done like a lot of inner work. And so they have this solid foundation in the outside world too, which is great because you got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is great because this kind of speaks also, oddly enough, they're telling me it means it's a fated. Of course, all of our interactions are fated, divine interactions, but this one is a important one. Like they're showing me, in your life you have a lot of very important people. Like you have 4 big individuals in your life, whether it's family, friends, romantic, whatever. And like they're one of the big ones that make a huge impact on your life. So it is like not one of your learning lessons along the way. This is like someone who wants to walk a path with you. And so I really feel like that is coming into a good play there. Now, the only thing that I would caution, see if I can get it to focus here, is the 6 of Cups here. There it goes. Because the I'm sorry, not cups, the 6 of Coins, for me, is the 6 of Pentacles, is the codependency awareness card, which is about um, balancing and understanding that you can be in this relationship like an adult to an adult relationship, instead of changing from a parent to a child one way or the other, where one person feels they have to be the one that gives everything in order to feel worthy to be loved. And I kind of feel like this might be more like where you're coming from, that you've been taught and have this um, kind of belief that you're not worth being around unless you have something to give me. And I feel like you have been learning this, and I'm in a recovering enabler in codependent relationships. So no judgment on my part at all. I'll probably see you at the meetings. But it's this awareness of that just because of who you are, you deserve love, you deserve to be given to as well, that you don't have to overgive where, the exchange rate is that you give 100 of something and you get one back. No, it's like almost 50-50. It's this wonderful giving and taking, not taking, but giving and receiving from each other. And I kind of feel like in the meantime, because it's gonna be a little while before you meet this person, but that's, like, what they're wanting you to kind of focus in on is your worth and your worthiness, and that, you don't have to overgive in order to be worthy to be around. You just get to be, cherished for who you are, and then you just get to fill up within, and then the love overflows out. And then that person is kind of in that situation too, where they're filling up from the inside and it's coming out. And you're coming together not out of necessity and need, but out of want because you are intrigued with each other and you want to be together, not like, I got to be with someone. I need someone. So, this transformation I feel for you, Karina, over, you know, at least 6 to 9 months is what I feel like you're working on this innerness here so that it's kind of like you're both bread baking in the oven and you don't want to go out too early because then you're mushy and gross. You want to be perfectly cooked for each other. Um, so that is what I'm seeing for you right now. If you have additional questions, just pop them down below and I'll be circling back around. All right, Mina, you are up and you are next. And I do want to grab the Sun and Moon Tarot. Again, thank you for subscribing. And if anyone new is coming in, um, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, all you have to do is subscribe and it'll immediately let you into the chat. And then you can ask your questions. I do go in order. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit will know what they want to what you're looking for. So I do go in order though. All right. So let's take a look here. What are the current feelings and thoughts of Mohammed, the Virgo, after seeing your last email? Will he respond soon? Okay, so first let's look at what are the current feelings and thoughts that they have. Okay. Okay. And then will they respond soon? Okay, two for there. This is funny. Funny, funny, funny. So I'm going to show you all three at once and then I will explain. So you got the Lover's card, then you have a Princess of Pentacles and a Prince of Swords. So there is interest, with that Lover's card. It's an emotional decision card, but because of these two coming together, I mean, there's two of you there, right? And like the feelings that he has being the Princess of Pentacles. That's funny, a prince and a princess. So the Princess of Pentacles shows the outwardness. It shows you your groundedness, like if you were an earth sign in astrology, right? It's this you're a nurturer. He sees you as nurturing. He sees you as um, very well grounded. Like you don't like fly out the handle. You don't, you know, it's, just a very not mothering, nurturing type of energy that he sees and, um, calmness and all of that. So I love that he's seeing you that way, right? Because he is a Prince of Swords. He's all about the mind and the thought, and not that he's an engineer or like an IT geek like that, but he is very much more mental, right? He's more well up here, where you're, down here on the earth, and he's up there thinking about all this stuff. And that's why it almost feels like, you know, literally, it's like, if you can see this, the symbols at the top show opposites, right? He's the up and you're the down. It's like this opposites attracting. So he there's this great bond that draws you guys together. You're kind of like very different, but that's kind of this attraction that he's having there. And let's see what he says here as far as will he be contacting you soon? And so you have the Empress card here, which is about new beginnings, new births, new starts. So I feel like they will, but there's some conflict that's going on in his life right now. You can kind of see how he's kind of being kept, um, not trapped, but it feels like he's got a lot of responsibilities and a lot of expectations on him. So that's what's kind of keeping him, because it's again, it's swords. He's got all this mental stuff going on that it just takes time for him to figure things out and to make this, kind of movement and all that because he does feel a lot on his mind. And I kind of feel, especially with the defeat being up here at the top, that this is like a past relationship, like, this is how they made him feel, like, just very controlling individual that was always on him, always telling him who he wasn't and not living up to their expectations and blah, 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 blah. So, all of that is flying around in his head, and that's what's making him kind of, hesitant. He wants to take it slow, but, this new birth, he sees you as someone new, something different, something unique, because you are different than that other person. So that's what I kind of feel they're wanting you to know about this situation right now. If you have additional questions, you can pop them down below and we will circle back around. And if you need additional clarification, okay. So we will continue. Go here. Let me see where I'm at. Scroll. There we go. All right, surf and turf. Any new romantic love coming your way? Let's take a look here. I do want to pull from the Queen of the Moon Oracle for you. Let's see what they have to say here. Oh, thank you so much, Anjali. And then Chaos, you will be next. Let's see if we can get the angels and guides sleuthing and helping us figure out what is going on there. All right. So, surf and turf. Any new romantic love coming your way? Let's see. Hope everyone had a great Monday. All right. So, you have the growth card. Beautiful card there. Card number 5, which is the number of change. So, let's see what it says. It says reject stagnancy. To get unstuck, take action. The choice to grow should be made. Expect growing pains when making huge changes in your life. Change is a natural part of life and cannot be pushed against forever. So change should have aim and purpose. Be courageous, you will blossom. Think of a willow tree. Willows often grow on sandy banks of highly shiftable and changeable rivers, yet they reach huge sizes, successfully growing and holding fast in an unpredictable habitat. How do they do this? When you see a young willow on the banks for a long time, while it just looks like a little feeble stick, it may have a few branches and leaves, but at first the trunk will be fine and flexible rather than robust. What we don't see immediately is the root base. The willow spends a lot of time establishing a veritable root city under the surface. These roots are long and strong and very numerous, finding their way into many nooks and crannies, holding onto rocks, other established tree roots, and anything that can help with their stability. These roots go off in all directions, thus securing their position just in case the earth begins to shift. Then and only then, once these root networks are established well enough, does the willow put its energy into further growth. Uh oh. So the trunk begins to thicken and widen and harden and travel upwards to the sky. However, as they grow, the branches have little of the trunk's supportive thickness. They have instead the instruction that they must be flexible. Flexible means they can turn with the sun and survive punishing winds that might threaten to topple the rest of the tree. All of this growth is done with purpose and a divine strategy. The waxing lunar cycle calls for growth, but not growth without aim or purpose. When we understand our current position, accept it, and decide to change, we will naturally, wow, grow as people. I can speak. We might experience some growing pains. After all, transformation of any kind is rarely completely easy and trouble free. Have a strong intention of what the results of our growth will be, helps with gaining the courage and resilience to move forward with our growth and into the eventual blossoming of our true self. Companion stone is charite, Charoite, in case you're into crystals or stones. And so all of that, they were giving you a wonderful picture about working on you, working on your root system, about your self-love. And then once that's established, then that's when a romantic love would come your way. Now, if you want additional information, I'm just going to pull a couple Rider Waite, and just for some additional guidance on where they feel they'd like you to know about your root system. So we'll take a look here. Hey, Debbie, love and light to you too. Thanks for being here. We'll add that on there. Well, hello, Whitney. Welcome, our Aussie friend from down under. How are things? All right. So you did get 3 here. Surf. Okay. So you have the magician card here. So that's great. This is showing you that realizing your power and the ability you have to grow things in your life, like whatever you focus on is what grows, right? And it's allowing you to see how much ability that you have. So it's really this confidence that's building up in the power of who you are, not to become arrogant, with I can do this better than everyone else. That's arrogance. Confidence is uh, the awareness of your own beliefs in your abilities, right? It's not comparing. It's just like, I'm really good at this. Now I'm better at this. So there's this confidence that's coming up about, wow, I really have a lot to offer. And I kind of feel like that's a foundation there. Yeah, because here you go. 4 of Pentacles, which I pretty much have got this in every single tarot deck now in these last 38 minutes, which is all about you finding that foundation within you, defining yourself by what you're finding on the inside instead of the outside, not defining yourself by a relationship, not defining yourself by your education, your job, your social status, anything like circumstances that you can get into, or your body, your bank account, your possessions, because all those things are unstable, right? People change or they pass away. Situations never stay the same. And of course, things break down, deteriorate, or are stolen. So that's why all that stuff out there is unstable. Eventually it turns us inward to find the solid foundation of unconditional love from above, is eternal, no conditions, you can't lose it, very stable energy, very stable love. So you have this foundation that you have. So I feel like that's what they're having you work on. And balancing out the life, the upper realm for the lower realm. It's this beautiful ebb and flow. of bringing in your spiritual awareness. You can see the rocky seas behind, but it's about bringing in balance into your life as well, between that upper realm and the human realm, realizing that every moment you have a choice between the two, and we're not always, up, 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 or down, down, down. It's like it's this beautiful adventure that we're on, that we come here for. So I really like that. The only you're just missing a three. You got one, two, three. I mean, one, two, four. So it's like, follow the steps, don't skip a step. Okay, now I know why they have the three missing there. They're like, don't skip steps, work on you. It's going to be the best thing that you can do for your future relationship, because once those root system is solid, then boom, you're going to have this wonderful relationship that you're looking for, rather than a relationship that you really are not looking for. So I like that for you. Thanks. Stop, Whitney. Hey, Angelina. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I will continue going down here. If you guys have additional questions, pop them down below and we'll keep on going here. All right, let's take a look here. Let me just scroll up a little bit. I think Chaos, you were next, right? Yep, so Surf. And that is your reading. And then Chaos, we were going to sleuth and see here. Any insight into those continued break-ins? Is this someone you know? Why does this keep happening? So let's take a look here. Oddly enough, they want me to pull from these Affirminator cards, which are usually pretty funny. So we'll take a look here. Let's see what they have here. All right. What can you tell us about these break-ins? What information? Okay. So you got this gentleness card here. Let me see if it'll even focus here. Come on. There it goes. Oh, kind of. Oh, for a sec. Oh, there it goes. I'm going to read it anyway, but just in case for the video, if you need to read it again. It says, I speak with gentleness and I listen with gentleness. I align with the gentlest part of myself, and I take joy in being receptive, open, and unafraid. I'm like a baby deer who's best friends with a baby elephant. The baby elephant wraps its little trunk around my shoulders, and we lie down gently on the grass, daydreaming and talking about what sorts of humans the clouds look like. Right? Yeah. It almost is. It's these wonderful cards here. But I do love that, because what they're saying around all this questions, all this stuff that's going on, is uh, moving out of the fear, moving out of. There's just so much that's going on, right? It just feels like there's so much. Uh, like you feel attacked in so many different areas of your life, that they're like, answer it all with gentleness and love. And you kind of even mentioned that the other day, that you're like, yeah, I want to get back to that love feeling. And so whatever you can do to move out of the fear, and that energy will just help things unfold, because otherwise it's like we're feeding the demons with our fear, like it's one of those movies, right, where, oh, they're living off of our fear energy, they're trying to make us scared so they have food to eat. So there's like this there you probably have tried a gratitude journal before, but and this is for anyone that would like that, to try this. I took just like a 99-cent notebook from the dollar store, right? And I just started writing. For 30 days was my goal. I was going to write every day, just write one thing that I'm grateful for, that I'm thankful for, and not repeating anything, right? So I started, doing that. And on the 30th day, it was making such an impact in my life about how it was changing energy in my life that I continued to do it for 5 months. I know, 5 months of not repeating one thing that I was thankful for. And it just makes you realize how much there is to be grateful for, and it does transform our energy. It stops feeding and growing the things that we don't want in our life, and it expands and brings more things into our life to be grateful for, and brings things into our life that we do want. And it's like that wonderful Native American story about, within us is a white wolf and a dark wolf, and they're always battling. We're like, which one wins? It's whichever one we feed. And so I kind of feel like maybe that's an opportunity, or not an opportunity, but an option to try that, or whatever you resonates with you to be able to change your energy, because it feels like the more we focus on it, the more it just expands and grows, right? We're like, oh, we don't want that to grow. We want that to diminish, and the less we feed it, the more skinny it gets and smaller it gets in your life. So, oh, wonderful. Yeah, I love um, that parable too. So that's what I feel like they're wanting to mention there. Because I was going to like, let's super sleuth it, and they're like, this is what we would recommend instead. And I'm like, oh, fine. I'll go watch CSI later then, so I can get my sleuthing, fix. But so um, give that a try. Let's see if that switches the energy and switches those things there. So I appreciate that. If you have additional clarification you want, just pop it down below and we'll circle back around. All right, Angelina, you are next. You said your angel has any message or guidance for your love life. Okay, we will definitely take a look here. Um, yeah, they want me to pull from the Return of Spirit deck here. And let's see what they have for you, Angelina. And thank you, everybody. I can't even talk tonight. Blah blah blah. Sound like I'm speaking in tongues. You're like, what language is he speaking? I don't think it's English. um, but I forget what I was going to say. Oh, just I was thanking everybody for being here tonight on a Monday night. I am so happy. I'm excited to be able to pull cards every night. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, you do have to be able to chat. So, but as soon as you subscribe, it'll open up and allow you to immediately put any questions down below. If you don't want to put a specific question because you don't want your business out there, you can just do a general reading to say, I'd like a general reading. Spirit will know what you want. And I definitely understand that. All right, Angelina, you got manifest for their guidance about your love life. You're like, woohoo, rainbows. I think that's a good sign. Let's take a look here and see what message comes with that. And of course, I forget. I always mention that these are the spiritual ink blot tests. So anything that you see within that is a special message for you, in addition to what I'm about to read. It says, energetically, everything is falling into place. Woohoo! You are coming into a high point where you will find you are able to easily manifest the people, the things, and situations you need to carry you forward on your journey. The energy of manifestation is a creative force, and right now it is in full flow for you. So stay focused on where you want to go in your life and how you want to feel. Don't worry about the details of what you think life should look like. The universe is infinitely wiser than we are, that's for sure, right? With our human point of view. Just know and trust that things will come to you in perfect order and in perfect time. We don't manifest anything that is not part of our soul's plan. So while you may not win a lottery, you can expect to experience abundance and ease while these energies are here. This is a great time to play with and learn about the order of manifesting. So while you will notice that most of what is manifested is done by the higher self, a small portion will be manifested from your conscious mind. So explore it fully and have fun with it. Anything can be manifested at this time, so do not limit your potential. Your soul knows no limits. You are a creator and able to naturally turn energy into physical manifestation. Poof! Suddenly, your partner appears. You can use this power of manifestation to help you gain understanding about your purpose, to help connect you to the right people or organizations, or even aid you in gaining the financial resources you require. Really, the sky is the limit with this one. Enjoy it while it lasts. Hold in mind that it wasn't intended that you use your ability to manifest for yourself only. You can also use this to help others who may not be able to help themselves right now. So I love that for you, Angelina, because that basically is them saying that whatever you focus on is what manifests. So, like we were just talking about, focusing on what's not in your life, what you don't want in your life. Uh, you'll manifest that. That's what you focus on. So if you're focusing on that you would love to have, this type of individual with this type of, um, commitment and love, whatever you would like that person to be. I do caution you, though, not to make it like this, because the more you bring in the requirements, the longer it takes for them to make and bring that person into your life, because they may not be local. They're like, "Oh, we gotta import that. That's on back order." So, be reasonable about what you want, pick, like, the 5 things that you would want to have in that relationship and focus on those things. And then also play with your manifestation. Go, "You know what? I would like a, strawberry yogurt." And then suddenly someone goes, "Hey, I have an extra strawberry yogurt. Would you like it?" And you're like, "Oh my gosh." It's like really work with this beautiful manifestation magic that is really present in your life right now. So I like that for you. If you have additional questions, pop it down below and I will continue circling through here. I do like that though. That's great. All right. And then we are to Gia, if I pronounce that right. I'm sorry. It says, should you talk to Faraz? Will he help you? Let's take a look here. I do want the Oriental tarot, and let's take a look here and see. And then Debbie, you'll be next. All right, so let's take a look here. So, should you talk to Faraz? We'll ask that first. Is it in your highest experience, your highest good to talk to them? Let's take a look here. Okay, so we got 2 cards. And then we'll say, will they help you? Okay. And that card will be if, will he help you? So the 2 cards that popped up on whether you should speak with him or reach out to him, you do have the 2 of Cups and you also have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about action and movement, and the 2 of Cups is about emotional choices. Um, and and it can mean another individual that's involved in that. So with that, I would say that that is a yes. that that you should talk to them. But will he help you? The expectations card here is really this awareness, because swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, and your expectations. And what I feel is them saying, will he help you? He will help you, but not in ways that you expect. So be open to that, because some help is better than no help, right? um, but it's like, it's not going to be by what you are wanting them to do. It's going to be in a different way, if that makes sense. So that's what I feel. It's not going to be, it's going to be unexpected on how they help, but they will help. And definitely that, excuse me, that the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Staves, is about you taking action. And so that would have been an affirmative for that. And the Two of Cups is like two people, like cheering, coming together. So I really feel like that would have been a yes for that for you, GM. If you have additional clarification you want on that, just pop it down below and I will be making my way down the list. So, all right, Debbie, you are next. Will you be traveling soon? Well, let us take a look into that and we will find out what they have to say. I do want to use the Radiant Rider Waite for that question. Mm. I am doing fantastic, Whitney. I am living the dream, moment by moment. That's what it's all about. All right, Debbie, let's take a look here. Okay. Just got the one card come out. So, will you be traveling? All right. So, let's take a look here. So the first card that came flying out was the King of Pentacles, which is, a card of abundance. It's a very earthy, grounded card, right? Because you also have the Four of Wands here, which is peace of mind and resting. Um, and then you have the Five of Wands too, which is about, kind of conflict, this energy of moving from a place of fear to a place of love. But with all of that, when that King of Pentacles came out, it didn't feel like movement. It felt like stay grounded, rest. And I feel like traveling would be a lot of energy going on that right now, um, they're like, it's best for you to travel with your mind, not with your body. Because it's like you need, excuse me, you need the rest. Pardon me. Sorry about that. So that's what I feel for you there, because I don't. It doesn't feel like movement. It feels like sit still. Let me just. I'm going to pull one more card. See if they'll give us any more. Okay, clarification. Yeah. So you have the Two of Wands, which is all about planning but not doing. So plan traveling is okay. You know, again, travel with your mind, plan for the future. Like, what do I want to do and how would I go there? Let me look into it. Let's see it and plan it for future, though, not, in the near future. It's like they want you to rest. So I think you kind of feel like you're at this point, like either have to make plans and travel here, or I have to wait and go here. They're saying wait and go here, if that makes sense. All right. We'll continue going down the list here. Again, thank you guys all for liking and all your new subscribing. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. So if you haven't hit that thumbs up, appreciate it if you would. It really helps my other videos get out to other people as well. All right, let me keep going here. All right. Whitney. Oh no. Oh, wow. I thought your house was a drug house, but it was actually next door. I guess that's better, but oh my goodness. All right. So creative arts, you are next. And so I will do that. And then let me just look down here. All right. And then I think Healing Zone, you might be the next one after that. So creative arts, you'd like a read. Get a channeled message from your love interest. All right. Well, let's take a look here and see what that they have for you. Yeah, Sun and Moon Tarot. There was two that were battling, and then they won. So this is the one for you. What do you want, Whitney? Dog or cat or both? All right. So let's take a look here. Creative arts. Message from your love interest. Any more? So we got three. Let's see what these are about here. Wow. Well, I always love a confirmation here. So this is about your love interest. Now there is this is an interesting combination here because you got the 10 of swords, and then also the Queen of Wands. And what I kind of feel like this. So, I feel like you have this very strong energy, right? Not only do you have a great intuition but you have this fiery personality. You're really um, focus your energy. You're very confident. Uh, maybe even I want to say forward. That's not the word, but you're not afraid. Like you'll ask a question that most people are like, I don't know if I should or not. You're like, what are you waiting for? What are you afraid of? You're just very bold and you have this wonderful honesty and straightforwardness that's refreshing, right? Um, but also, uh, you are ready to let go. Let me try to get this to focus in. Okay, there it goes. Let me see if I can even do it closer here. So I really want you to see this. Okay, there it goes. So, uh, all those swords are thoughts and beliefs and expectations and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And but you're exhausted trying to one, get other people to live up to those, and two, you trying to live up to what you think everyone else wants you to be. And it's a great card to have because it's a 10, which means endings and new beginnings around all of that that's coming in there, right? And I feel like you're at this place of really just not trying to control situations, not trying to make other people do what you think is best for them and for you. And again, not like you're trying to be all these things that you think someone wants you to be, and you're done with that. And I love it because that's that fiery part of you that's like, you know what? If they like me, they like me. If they don't, they don't. And what I feel is that that's what they uh, is keeping them interested. Because before, I feel like all those expectations was making them feel trapped. Making them feel like they can't move because there's all this stuff keeping them in place, right? But I feel like you're letting that go, and that's what's allowing them to continue to have this interest, um, but don't lose your fire. But the fire is not about control. It's not about uh, like control. It's not about lording over people. This is really about freeing, allowing this excitement. It's like all this Aries energy that's coming up on this full moon this next Sunday. It's newness, and it's almost like happiness, and not childishness but playful, like childlike, where it's like, let's go do some fun stuff. And it's that kind of passion. That's where your fire is going, instead of trying to make sure all the ducks are in a row and everyone's doing what they're supposed to do and should do and need to do and have to do. So I feel like the message from them is really just about opening um, continue to open up and let that stuff go. Let that, ending a new beginning happen in your thoughts and your beliefs and your expectations. Get rid of expectations because, that's what ruins children, right? Children have these big dreams about anything is possible, and there's this, wonder in their eyes. And then parents come in and go, "Get real. You can't be an alien. You can't even be an astronaut. Think more clearly." Blah blah blah. Takes all the wind out of their cells, and it's like, let all that restriction go and allow yourself to have that wonderment again. Is what I feel is that message from your love interest. It's like their higher self telling you this is what they would recommend for you. Okay. So if that wasn't the kind of question that you were wanting, that's what they brought through. But if you have another clarifying question, you can pop it down below if it's something more specific that you were looking for. All right. So let's keep on going down the list here. I appreciate all of your patience as I do make it through the list. All right. So healing zone. Uh, Thank you for being new. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the fun group that we have here. And you were asking, what can you expect for your day to be like tomorrow? Okay. Well, let's take a look. I'm going to use the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot, and I will look into that. And then Nikitha, I believe you will be next. And then Chaos. Wow. Thank you, Whitney. I appreciate that. And then, hey, Aaron. And it will get down there. So there are quite a few questions. So we will keep going here. And then let me just scroll back up here and head moved forward. There it goes. All right. So healing zone. What can you expect your day like to be tomorrow? Let's take a look. One card. Anything else? Nope, none of those. Anything else? Okay, boom. All right, we got 2 cards. That's not too bad. Wow. Oh, great. So you have the Page of Cups, which is all about new emotion, heightened emotion. Um, it's emotional communication. So, and I like that because you also have the Three of Wands, which the Three of Wands is about a change of direction. It's like you have new information that comes in, and that page, pages represent newness. Cups are generally emotion, though, but you have this new emotional feeling, this new uh, gut feeling, this new gut instinct that makes you switch your plans. Like it's not like a complete, 180, but it's you had planned to go this direction and now you're going this direction. So something changes tomorrow, but I feel that it's you that makes the change because of this instinct, this gut feeling, this emotional um, situation that comes up. You make a change and go a different direction, which is good. I don't feel like it's a horrible thing. I feel like it's like more intuition, more gut. I don't feel like it's like bad news. Whoa, ding. Yeah, because here you go. 6 of Swords, moving from one way of thinking to another, moving from choppy waters to calmer waters. So I feel like it is a change. There is movement. There is altering of course, moving from one place to another, emotional experience, but mental changes of how you're looking at things as well. So I feel like it's a positive thing for you, though, because it does move from the choppy waters to the calm waters. So it does bring you peace, of mind, because that is the swords. are the mind. So I do feel that it ends up being that way for you. So I like that. So good information. Maybe you can sleep good tonight, knowing like, okay, it's in my hands. I get to do that tomorrow. All right. Six of swords came flying out again, saying, yes, they meant it. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I love all your beautiful comments. I feel so honored. So please know I really appreciate you all being here and all the kind things that you guys say. Um, I would be lying if I said that it didn't matter to me. You know, we can be all spiritual and go, "Oh, those things don't matter," but it does mean a lot to my human. All right. So let me keep looking down here. So I think I already answered your question, Angelina. If I didn't, if that's a different question, please pop it down below and I will get down there pretty quick here, hopefully. And all right, so we are to Nikitha. So will G shortlist you for the interview this week and also later on in this month? Do we see you joining that company? All right, let's take a look here. So Nikitha, first, will they shortlist you for the interview this week? Okay, that'll be for that. And then also later on in the month. Or do I see you joining it later in the month? Okay, I get you. Okay. Okay. 3 cards for that answer. Let's say, so the first one here, there's this, so will they shortlist you for the interview this week? You have the Hermit card here, which kind of shows me this is you turning inward and looking for guidance on inward for you. So I don't feel like that's a meeting with other people. So I don't feel like it's going to be this week. Um, so for me, that's a a solitary kind of card, not a group card. It didn't have. It's like a one. It's like there's not a two or a three or a group or anything. It's like you're off by yourself. So I don't feel like it's going to be this week. Let's see what else we have here, though. Wow. Okay. Well, so you do have new birth coming in here, which is a positive card because it is about you starting something new. And you also got the Wheel of Fortune, which is about the wheel turning and fortunate things coming in. There's endings and new beginnings coming in. Just knowing that, kind of a reminder that whatever unfolds is unfolding for you. But you have the King of Swords too. So, the King of Swords is very much about connecting to higher truths, very mental. And I kind of feel like uh, if the type of company that you're getting into is like IT or something to do with the mind, the mind and a lot of mental thinking and calculating and, databases or anything that has to do with, all this logical, um, say mumbo jumbo, all that stuff up there. This is a very positive card for you. So if that's the kind of company that this is, then I just really feel like this is a very beneficial month for you. So by the end of the month, they're saying that you will get a position that is more of that type. If this isn't that type of company, then that's where you'll head off into. If it is that type, then I really feel like that is them saying yes, that you may not get the shortlisted interview this week, but you do end up joining that company, that type of company. So hopefully that helped you there. You're so kind, Whitney. All right, Chaos. So you says, how is your Virgo friend doing? Also, how's your Capricorn friend doing? Anything you can do to help either one? Okay. No, you don't have to help anyone. You got enough going on. That's me. We'll see what Spirit has to say. And then Aaron, you will be next. All right. So that's going to be for friend Virgo. This will be for Capricorn friend. Did a card? I thought a card flipped. Let me just double check here. Oh, it sure did. Okay. And then, is there anything that you can do to help either one? Okay. They said, do the cards first and then ask that second question. So, your Virgo friend, well, they are Nine of Pentacles, which Nine of Pentacles is a very good card for your Virgo friend. They're really finding their sense of worth and wholeness and completeness from within. You know, the nine, which is so Virgo, because what is the number nine in the major arcana? The Hermit. And what is the Hermit? It represents Virgo. So they are very much in their space and in their journey of turning inward and finding their wholeness and their completeness from the inside. So that makes sense why they didn't want me to pull a card on anything you can do to help that. Nope, that's their inner journey. That's what they chose for their Virgo-ness to experience through this life. So they are well on their path. So you can put your mind to rest with them. And then you have your Capricorn. Wow. So they got the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about their moving in the external world and they're advancing uh, in that. I love how they have the hearts here, but so it's like them moving from an apprentice to a master. They are having this movement in their outside world. And when I said wow, it's because they got the Strength card. They also got the Nine of Wands, which says strength at the top. So they are the ones, another nine too. They're on their inner journey, reflecting upon themselves, finding their inner strength through their connection to the upper realms. They're really understanding, you know, they're going through their journey, and it's that nine. And now I understand, you know, why they, you know, said all that because of you know, not having me pull cards on it, what you can do. So maybe that was them saying that in the beginning of no, there's nothing that you can do for them. They're on their inner journeys. They're on their own hermit journeys. And so save all that energy and focus on, you know, you moving your energy from that place that we talked about to that place that we talked about. So I do love that. You have such a big heart. You care for so many people. Now you get to be that nurturer for you. Yay. All right. We'll keep going here. All right, Aaron. So let's see. Will things work out for your car? Um, I don't know why. Why would they want me to pull? Okay. Why do I even question? I know. They want to do an Oracle of E for your car. Oh, great. I'm glad you like my pick a cards too. I really like those. It's kind of a change up for me too. Outside of my weekly, you know, by Zodiac and monthly by Zodiac, I'm like, ooh, pick a card. All right. So let's take a look here. Okay. Will things work out for your car? Uh-oh, you got a live wire going on in your car. Just kidding. Let's take a look here. So 35. See what that brings here. So within you is a powerful elixir that can change the world, both your world and the one around you. Scientists call this elixir emotions, but you can think of it as a supercharged current capable of taking you anywhere you want to go. You can use your emotions to suffer or to skyrocket to fame. Good to know that it's up to you. I like that though, that it talks about that your emotions can take you wherever you need to go. So the car, maybe your emotions take you where you need to go. But I feel like there's that power of choice in there. It's like it all depends on your perspective of how you're looking at it. But I do want to push them for more clarity here. Um, I kind of feel like it has to do with your move to New York too. About they're like, you have that power of choice that you can choose so many things, you know. So let me take a look here. So anything else we can know about the car? Okay. And then what about, okay, move to New York City. So the car, you've got the star card, which is the card of hope and brightness, and the two, which is balancing out of the higher and the lower. So I do feel like this is a positive card, leaning on that. But I kind of feel like um, with that balancing, it's almost like it's going to work out, but again, it's kind of like not exactly the way you're expecting. I feel like they're going to be like it's going to be like a give and take around it. So they might, whatever the situation is, it's like you have to give a little more to get a little more, or it's like no, it's not worth it for me. It's like you have to kind of work that out because that's the pentacles, the outside world, and so it's kind of like I need to um, decide what is worth to me to have and what's not worth it for me to have, kind of, if that makes sense. And then New York City got the justice card. Are you going to the New York City become a justice, a judge? But this again, this balancing is coming in here. But you have this Ace of Swords here, which does tell you that you are connecting to higher truths and balancing things out. I feel like with all this that's going on here, it is about uh, figuring out what it is that you really want and is it worth it for you to do those things. I really feel like there's this balancing energy because it was both in the pentacles and both in the justice card. It's like there's a lot of Libra energy. Of course, we're in the Libra season. It's like give and take. What are you willing to do? What do you really want? And figuring that out really at a deep level. So um, yeah, I know it's not like an exact answer. It's like, will you move to New York City area next? It's like, is it worth it for you? Yeah, it's that kind of energy, right? It's like, it's what they're showing in my head is like, I want this kind of car, but it costs this much. I want to go to New York City, but oh my God, it costs this much. Is it like, is what you think you'll get from those worth the sacrifice that you'd have to make for it. And they're kind of having you balance things out and understand that capital T truth, understand what your passion really is, what your why really is. And then that will help you make those decisions. But I feel like that Ace of Swords is also allowing you to cut away some expectations that are not yours. There are other things that were taught to you, uh, kind of almost like someone hands you a dream and an expectation, and you're like, "Oh, okay, so this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what this means if I do this." And you're really questioning, getting down to your why and what you're really wanting is what I feel. So hopefully that helped. All right, so we're going down here, and you've got surf and turf. What would happen if you quit your job this month? They'd stop paying you. But a bunch, I know. Don't quit my day job, which is actually this. I'll be here all night in the blue light lounge. All right, so let's take a look here. What would happen if you quit your job this month? Yeah, Whitney, you'd probably have a farm, huh? All right. So let's take a look here. So surf and turf. Here you go, the 6 of coins. You also have the temperance, the patience card, and the devil. So, what all those three tell me together? One is s- uh, simmer down, have patience, balance, grasshopper. And the devil card is about the taskmaster, right? It's Capricorn energy, really ruled by Saturn, which tells you, there's this work to do. It challenges your way of looking at things and your approach to things, which with the Six of Coins is giving and receiving of abundance and, of the outside world. And so I feel like this is a time where you're being challenged on your beliefs around money, your beliefs around abundance, your beliefs around giving and receiving. And this is usually the codependency awareness card, but I don't feel like that's for you. I feel like this is a time that Saturn energy is challenging you, and if you really dig into your um, beliefs around abundance, dig into the subconscious of why are there these barriers for you in making more, moving up. It feels like there's like this that you can never really get beyond, but it's because there's subconscious beliefs about your worth that you are unaware of because they're in the subconscious, not the conscious. And so doing some work on that will help you break past that. And the Saturn, that devil card, the Capricorn energy, is if you do the work, you get the reward. So I feel like they're saying that uh, that's not the question to ask. What if you quit your job this month? They're like, look into why you'd want to quit your job and why. I kind of feel like it's because you can't move up and they won't give you a raise and that kind of thing. And they're like, that's not the question, because if you quit this job, you would move to another job and you would still be there, because wherever you go, there you are. And those subconscious barriers will always be there until you look at those. So I feel like they're telling you, come in here, like that temperance card. Come on now, let's look into the inner and let's find out what's going on there. So hopefully that helps, Surf and Turf. If you want a book that really helped me with that, it's Tapping into Wealth. I'm sorry, let me just I saw it here. It's this book here. This is for anyone that is really wanting to get into your subconscious. The tapping is how you can do tapping, method there, but it is an amazing, informative book because it goes into understanding the blocks and our beliefs around wealth. And it is an amazing book. So if that resonates with you, check it out. All right, we'll continue going here. And let's take a look here. Just scroll back up a little bit here. Tuk, 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 tuk. There it is. All right. Sorry, sometimes when I click, it just moves everything really fast. And I'm like, wait, I lost my spot. So Gia, you want to know a message from Shujat. I know I murdered that. And will Shujat and Kali meet in October? Okay. So I am going to use the sun and moon on that. And let's just take a look here. Then Anarchy, you will be next. Oh, thank you so much, Healing Zone. I appreciate that. All right. So, message from Shujat first for Gia. Okay, you got two cards there. And then will the and Kalu meet in October of 2022? All right, one card for that. So let's take a look here. So your message from Shujat, uh, the Emperor card here really shows like there's this taking control, not don't feel like your life is out of control and in someone else's hands. Like you're not a stable hand that's shoveling horse poop, right? You are in charge of your life. No matter what anyone else says, you are the ruler of your life. No matter what our culture, anything else, we're all brought up into all these things of, people have authority over me and da 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 da. And like no one can ever make me do anything I don't want to do. Yeah, I have to put up with the uh, you know, backlash or the results of my actions, the whatever comes back with that. But I get to decide. And they're really this message for them is take your power back. Why do you feel like everyone is deciding for you? Because you also have the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles tells me, one, you have this ability to have a great abundance in your life, but this is also your family tree. And that tells me that uh, you have the ability to be someone who breaks tradition, someone who breaks chains that have been passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation. So, their message for you is, you get to take control. You get to, be a pioneer in your life. You don't have to fit in with what everyone else wants you to do with your life. You get to choose it. You get to have abundance comes from within you, not from what everyone else is telling you you should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be. So it's a very strong message. Like they're like, why you, acting like you're out of control of your life? Take control of your life. You have everything. So I don't know why they're saying that, but that's what's coming through for you there. And Gia, so the other one was what if they were going to meet in October? Oh no. So 5 of swords, I'm like, I hope not. It's going to end up in a fight. But this is about conflict and it's about defeat. Um, and I mean, really, I really feel like that they do, but it ends up being this battle of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, and like, no, my way is the right way. And they're like, no, my way is the right way. No, I believe, you know, my expectations, my thought process is the correct one and yours is wrong. And I feel like there's this conflict that happens with them, but with that conflict, fives are always about transformation too. They both learn from the experience that uh, you can win battles, but you lose wars. Like you can, you know, I can win this argument, but you lose a friendship over it. That's the kind of energy I'm feeling around this. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe it's all that Aries energy. If they do meet, and it's probably around the Aries full moon next week, and then fiery tempers are at a high, right? All right. Okay, I think creative. Did I already answer that question? I'm not sure if you had re-asked that question. I feel like I answered that. If I didn't, pop it back down below. But I thought that's what we had pulled cards on. But I have been pulling a lot of readings, so sometimes my human gets them all. All right. Oh, bye, Whitney. Sorry I missed you. Good night. Have a great nap. All right. Yes, Nikitha. So you got that good. All right. Chaos. Hmm. Great. All right. So we are doing good. I'm actually towards the bottom. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Hope that wasn't too loud in the microphone there. So, Healing Zone, you want to know, will a new job offer come in really soon? Okay, let's take a look. I do want to use the Radiant Rider Waite for that. Hey, Sumya, welcome. So, will a new job offer come in really soon? That's the answer to that. And then, what do you want them to know about the happiness in their current job, about not being happy? I feel like they have something to tell you there. Well, they do. They give you four, oh, 6 cards, 7 cards. Ooh, okay. Well, let's take a look here. Um, so the 5 of Swords here, doesn't feel like I know. Well, we'll get it's good that we're gonna get some details because I'm like, this feels like, no, not a job offer this month, because, this feels like, um, I mean, it doesn't feel victorious. It feels like, um, you know, again, like I just said, like you win a battle, but you lose you lose the war. It's not this victorious feeling. It's like this challenging type of feeling. Let's see what they have here for you. Let me just get these. Okay. Well, that's good. So um, you also have the 5 of Pentacles, which is all about our worth and our feelings around abundance and that type of thing. So you have, the 5 with a job offer coming in, and then they want you to know about the unhappiness in your current job. And they're like, it's all about thoughts and beliefs, a changing of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around your abundance and your worth is an important piece of this journey that you have. So, yeah, exactly, the mindset. Um, but what I love about this, because I wanna jump to this and then, the other 3 cards. You have the 9 of Pentacles, which is finding your abundance and your wholeness from within inside of you, because 'cause you're in the garden by yourself, except with spirit, which is the spirit animal. You have the Sun, which is about shining abundance, victory, but here's also your little self, your little child self that is asking for some attention, which does have to do with your mindsets and beliefs, right? Because they all go back down. I know it's so cliche that it's like our childhoods are echo out for our entire lives. And if we have unresolved emotions that were stuffed down because we weren't, as children, we're not totally equipped to process them, or we're uh, feel guilty, like I'm not supposed to be mad at my dad for saying I'd never amount to something, or my mom for saying that I'm an idiot or whatever. And I'm not saying my parents said that to me, in case you're watching. Hi mom, hi dad. But if that happened, that echoes out, right? So there is that getting to the childhood, but then you have the world card too, another victory card. So 3 amazing cards, which does show you that there is change coming that is very positive and very for you. And that's an ending of cycles. And, um, you know, uh, the world card is an ending of significant cycles and beginnings of a new adventure. So I feel like it's not this month, but there is something coming that's changed. But I feel like they're wanting you to go inward because not only did you get those 2 5s, you also got the 5 of Wands, which is a change of energy, a change of uh, like energy from one of fear and conflict to one of realizing that everything's unfolding. It's friends that are helping each other move up. So yeah, 5 5 5, huge change, huge number of change and transformation and change for you here. Um, and then the last 2 cards that you have are the Queen of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So very solid uh, energy and celebration. Queen of Wands, someone who's very confident, very sure of their abilities, and they're able to super focus and get things done. That cat, the black cat, kitty kitty, they represent the ability that the Queen of Wands has. In addition to ruling over her fire element, she also gets a portion of water. So she's half fire, half water. And that water allows her to connect to the spirit realm, connect her intuition to her gut. So there is this connection, making decisions, there's this combination of this ability and this creativeness, but also this connection to the higher realms where sometimes people are like, how did you know that? You just knew. But I feel like if you do that work and look at that transformation and that change about your worth and how you look at yourself, all of this change that happens is what spawns it'll either change something at your work, um which I really don't feel that's the case. I feel like you realize your abilities, you realize more about yourself, and you move from a place of feeling like it's like this again, a mindset change, like you mentioned, that I deserve this and I'm not getting it, to I deserve this and I'm gonna go get it instead. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this transformation happens. Um Really December, January, more so. I feel like that, because I feel like with that 5 of Pentacles, it has the winter, the snow on it, which represents, of course, winter starts in the, winter solstice around December 21st, 22nd. I feel like it's that quarter, that in the winter month, the winter months, the 3 months, that this transformation happens and that you make a move. Kind of feel like it's gonna be a job that, like, they don't get a budget renewed until, like, January, and so you're looking and you're doing all this inner work, and then things change. And then they're like, "Hey, we got our budget approved, we're ready, we can bring you on," type of thing. But I feel like you're doing the inner work between now and December 21st, and then you've been looking for what you really wanna do, and with this confidence you have, not arrogance, right? Arrogance is, "I can do this better than anyone." Confidence is, "I can do this very well," no comparing yourself to others, and there's an energy difference in that, and I feel like you're just like, "Yeah," like we said, "I can do this, and I deserve it, and I'm gonna go get this." And then this whole change, this energy just changes and transforms around you. So, that is what they have for you. I'm gonna continue going down here. Absolutely, my pleasure, healing zone. Alright, Sumia. Hello, hello. You say, how will your studies be going on in the upcoming few months? Very good. So let's take a look here and see what they'd like you to know around that. Yay. All right. So, how will your studies, like, what's the result of your studies, or how are they unfolding? I think is what you are wanting to get to here. Okay. So, oh, well, good. These are good cards. I like these for you because I'll do this one first so I can focus here. So you got the 3 of Cups, which is all about celebration, joy. It's a positive card to have there. And then the Queen of Staves, or the Queen of Wands. This is that energy, like I was just talking about, that you have this confidence and this ability, this energy to be able to really super focus and to get things done. And I feel if you grab a hold of that staff, like she is here, and control where you're focusing your energy, I feel like that is going to make all the difference for you. Because you also have the Lover's card, which represents emotional choice. And so it's like whatever you're focusing on is what grows, right? So if you're focusing on fears, if you're focusing on, oh my gosh, I'm not going to do well, da, 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 right? That expands it. And another thing it does is it sends you into fear. It sends your mind into fear, your body into fear. So, one of the wonderful things about the human body is that it is consistent, in that when we go into fight or flight mode, we go out of our minds. The blood goes to our arms and to our legs so we can fight and run. but it doesn't want us to stand there thinking about, is that a saber-toothed tiger or is that a lion? You know, it just wants us to react. So we don't have access to our knowledge and to our wisdom and what we've learned. It's all reactionary. But if emotional choice, if you believe in your confidence, you focus your energy, and you then have this calmness. When you study, you absorb. When you take a test and you're calm, then you have access to all that knowledge bank and all that. So whenever you go to take a test, if it's like fear, breathe, take a lot of deep breaths. That'll help you come out of the fight or flight mode, come back into your mind, and you'll have access to everything that you studied in this beautiful brain of yours. And then the success comes that way. So I really feel like they're saying it's all up to you on where you're focusing your energy. They're not going to tell you the future because you have your power of choice in each moment on where you're going to be investing that energy that you have. So, all right. So let me take a look here. See, it skipped. Let me just make sure here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Aaron, you wanted to know about what is finishing this book bringing to your life. All right, we'll take a look at that. And Anarchy, you'll be next after that. All right. So let's take a look here, Aaron. What is finishing this book going to bring to your life? Let's take a look. Okay. And that one. Any others? All right. So they gave me 3 cards. Let's see what they have here. Wow. Okay. Pretty clear answer here. You've got the Sun card. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There it goes. So you have the Sun card, which is victory, brightness, very positive vibes, right? You also have the Ace of Coins, which is new opportunities, possibly new abundance to come into your life. So it does open doors or open abundance into your life. And you have the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, etc., etc. But the knights all have a quest. That's what knights do. They quest. And he quests for the Ace of Swords, which is questing for higher truths, right? It also allows you to cut away old thoughts and old beliefs and mindsets. So the completion of this book not only is, brings this brightness into your life, it possibly, like we said, abundance and new opportunities, but it also changes your mindset about life. It allows you to see things from a different perspective and letting old expectations go too. It kind of like you start to open up more instead of feeling like life has to be like this. All things have to happen like this. You're missing all these opportunities out here, all these opportunities out here. And as you see the truths and open up more, and letting those expectations and restrictions of how things are supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, all that expectation stuff, it just opens up your world even more too. So I like this opportunity that it brings and the freedom it brings to with all of that. Supposed to, you know. And I know there's a lot of it out there. We had it since childhood. It just takes time for us to sort them out and kick them out. But they happen on purpose, for a purpose, because we did want to experience that restrictive feel. But then, because in feeling that restrictiveness, we also get to experience the openness of that as well. So hopefully that helped. Excuse me. So, Anarchy, will Matt add you back to Snapchat, sorry, if I add him? All right. We'll find out here. Actually, they want me to switch over here to the Radiant. Rider weight. All right. So the Queen of Swords here. Um, and for this, because this is all about mindsets and expectations, I feel like with this open hand here, that is them they're open-minded about things. So I kind of feel like they're open to it. Um, but there is this balance between heart and mind that is coming into play here. I'm asking for more clarification here. Yeah. So there's this movement of energy from one of conflict and fear to one of friendliness and support. So for me, that there is a change of energy around this and interaction. So I do feel before I answer, yeah. So you got the nightmare card, the insomnia card, all these expectations, try to meet up to everyone's expectations and you know having people meet up to yours. It's keeping you up at night, but it's great because you're almost exhausted trying to jump through hoops, trying to have people be who you want them to be and try to be who everyone wants you to be, and they're all contradictory and opposites, and you feel like you're going crazy trying to live up to all those things. Yeah. So you're really understanding, you know, that's why this is happening. That's why the situation between you guys happened, is because you're realizing and understanding your thoughts and your beliefs, your mindsets that are tricking you. It's, that are deceiving you. And you're really, it kind of was like a little wake up call for you, wasn't it? Where you're just like, oh, wow. It's almost like, I want to say a slap to the face, but a slap to the face, not literally, but you're just like, whoa, what happened? What? And then you started really evaluating it like it purely without judgment and freaking out or anything like that. I feel like you had time to think and really understand where you're coming from. So I think with this energy and these changes that you have had with those obstacles coming in, that that's a yes, that they will add you back as well. Because you have Ace of Cups, which is new emotion, new change coming in, and then also the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is telling me here, sorry, it's not, there it goes. The Knight of Pentacles is slow moving. So I don't feel it's going to be like, look, I added him back. Oh, look, they already added me back. It's like you add him back. Do, 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 do. Like the Jeopardy theme song happens while you're waiting, and then eventually, boop. So I don't feel like it's going to be immediate, but that they will add you back. So that is your answer, Anarchy. Let's see here. All right, Chaos. Ooh. Sorry, it jumped up again. Let me just scroll back here. There it is. Any possibility of a future with either the Virgo or the Capricorn in the best interest of your highest good for both concerned? You're learning fast how to ask that question, right? Let's take a look here. I will use the Sun and Moon Tarot for that. Let's see. And then we'll dive in surf and turf. Well, let's see what we have. Yeah. All right. So chaos. Is there a future for either Virgo or Capricorn? Okay. Don't be a fool. Don't do it. No, that's just kidding. That's not what that means. Um, I really feel like you want a relationship with a tiger or an alligator. No. Fresh start. Don't look for relationships within them. Look forward to a new adventure. Leave behind the tigers and the alligators because they just get hungry and they eat you. And we don't want that chaos. So, yeah, the adventure is a new one. It's not a revisiting of the others. So I would say let it go, let those go, start fresh and new, let old cycles end, and let a new adventure begin. All right, surf and turf now. So they answered your question with a wherever you go, there you go, right? But we'll take a look here and see. You want to know if you quit your job. Actually, they want me to switch decks. If you quit your job, will you be financially okay? So we will ask that question. Great. Thank you, Chaos, for everything you're doing in the chat. I really appreciate you. All right. So, will you be okay financially, Surf and Turf? Will they be okay financially if they quit their job? Okay. Yes. This is about you finding abundance and wholeness and completeness within yourself. So this is it's a positive card. It is about, that you have enough for you. You may not have enough for anyone else, but you will be fine. Anyone else that needs money from you, they're screwed. No, I'm just kidding. You're going to have enough for you, and so you'll be fine. All right. They're getting a little punchy. All right. So great, great. All right. Tigers and alligators. So, creative arts, thank you so much for you posting yours. Sumia, I do see you have a question as well. I'm going to jump back up to you, but creative arts had asked it a long time ago and I had overdone it. So I'm going to move them to the front of the line real quick and answer their question. So I appreciate your patience. So you want to know, creative arts, how does Jay currently feel about you? Okay. I do want to jump back to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. All right. So how does Jay currently feel about creative arts? The person. Okay. Whoa, okay. Wow, okay. Let's get these sorted out here. My goodness. Okay. It always cracks me up. So this card came out among the 7. So there is this emotional decision that's going on. There is some awareness of feelings, but I really want to step through this because let me just get these in order here. Because this is their mind. So let me start with this one. So swords are, of course, their thoughts, their beliefs, their mindsets around you. And the Page of Swords shows that they're having a change of mindset around you, and um, so the change is that they're looking beyond their old thoughts and beliefs and expectations they had around you, moving up into here, but they're doing a lot of inner thinking and a lot of inner work because They also have the Hermit card. So the 9 and the 9 is showing that they're really, you're asking what they're thinking about you, and that's what they're thinking about. They're trying to get their head around the original impression they had and the new thoughts and beliefs that they have around you. So they are definitely on this. They kind of have pulled back, I imagine, by what I'm looking at with these cards, where they're doing a lot of self-reflecting on the interactions between you two, because they do have the Eight of Pentacles here and the Queen of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles does show that they're uh, moving up in their emotions in the outside world. The Eight of Pentacles is it's an interesting card because it does talk about excuse me, moving from one uh, way of existence in the outside world to a new one. Like they're moving up into this new place. So they are also moving up into a different area in the outside world, which is what's throwing everything off. They're kind of confused about their life. They have the Queen of Pentacles, which does show they have abundance coming into their life, and they're doing a lot of self nurturing. So, whatever is going on between you guys, um, they are confused. If it's not coming through and how I'm communicating this, they are just like, they had an old way of thinking about you, and then all this stuff happened in their life, and they feel like they're moving in this direction, but then they're like seeing how you fit into this change that's happening in their life, and they are like, I don't know, I just don't know. And so they're really, that's why they've pulled back, because they have no idea what is going on. They have so much happening, I feel, in their life, that they're just confused. So I is how do I currently how does Jay currently feel about you? Confused. and and I'm sorry that may not be the answer that you're looking for today, but they just have so much going on, just so much going on, that uh they just are, I don't want to say like they're in shock of their life, but it's such a significant change that's happened. It's kind of thrown them off their game, thrown them off. So I don't know how much uh, more I can clarify that, because they're just confused. So um, hopefully, you know, um, I don't know if they'll tell me. Is there a time frame? Uh, they're not very good on giving time frames. They want us to be patient. But I want to pull a card anyway. It never hurts to ask. So let's take a look here. What can you tell us about timing? When will they be unconfused? Anything we can know about that, please? What would you like us to know about time? Okay. Well, we have King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles is about balance and worth. Yeah. It's like they need to get to this point where they understand themselves in such a deep way, because they feel unstable because they were looking at their worth and all these outside things. And these things that changed have thrown them for a loop where they don't know where they stand. They don't know where their worth stands because of all the stuff that has happened in their outside world with relationships and job or education and money and finances and their bodies. And there's like all this stuff has happened, and they're just like, I just don't know who I am. And so that journey's going to take a little while, is really what I feel, because they have to really question who they are, which of course is not a, journey. So I'm sorry. I wish I had more information for you, creative, on that. All right, Sumya, you are up. Can you please tell me if your business exam is going to go great in January? Let's see here. I do want to use the Radiant Rider Waite for that. And then Heidi, if you are still with us, you'll be next. And Anjou, thank you for subscribing. Linda, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing as well. I appreciate all of you, all of my old subscribers, my new You guys bring such wonderful energy in with you. I really appreciate it. All right. So Sumya, business exam. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look here. Oops, hopefully I didn't bump anything there. Okay. Well, the first card that comes out is the Ace of Wands, which is a great fire and movement card. It's a very great card to have. And you also have the Ace of Wands, which is basically the wand that he's carrying here. You carry a lot of power in your manifestation here. So there is this movement of your um, ability of your energy. Uh, don't be afraid of this one. Let me forewarn you. Swords, these are all your expectations, and you're exhausted in trying to live up to all those expectations of the outside world, right? Of like, what does it mean if I fail? What if, you have all this pressure going on? And the 10 is endings and new beginnings with that. You're ready to leave these old thoughts, these old um, fears around life. And that Ace of Wands and the Magician are all about you changing, realizing wherever you're focusing on is what is growing in your life. Again, if you fear, it grows. If you are grateful, things to be grateful, uh, you know, um, expand instead. Focusing on what you do want instead of what you don't want. Like if you say, "Oh, I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail. I don't want to fail." All the universe hears is fail, fail, fail. They want more energy around failing. No, it's like, I want to pass. I want to do really well. That energy expands as well. Because the other card you got is a card of change, which is a number 5, but it's the Hierophant, which is about, can represent higher education. And so, you hold the keys. Whoops, you hold the keys yourself. And so they're saying, it's kind of like I don't think it was you that I read for, or someone else around education and classes. It's like when we fear, we go out of our minds, we don't think. When we are focusing on gratitude and thankfulness, we have full access to all that beautiful knowledge, right? So I feel like that's kind of a repetitive message there that's coming through today, is that, you hold the power in your hands. Wherever you focus your energy is what grows. So whatever you want to have happen, don't focus on not failing, focus on great scores and retaining knowledge and being at peace when you take tests, and having your brain just absorb all the knowledge that you are doing. Keep it positive, keep it focused on that energy, because you have that magician wand. It's all in your hands. So I like that. All right. So let me keep looking here. There we go. So Heidi, you are next. So the current feelings of your past person towards you, and then what's coming towards you both, huh? Okay. Let's take a look. I do want to look at the Chinese tarot here. Let's see. So the current feelings of your past person, we'll look at that first. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm just like, oh no, not the card we wanted to really see. 7 of Swords is this um, energy. Of course, swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets. And so when we're asking what their feelings are towards you, they have these thoughts and beliefs in their head that are deceiving them, that are, you know, blocking them. Think of like a 6 as 3 on each side. There's this beautiful flow in between. When you add another one, an odd number, right there in the middle, that becomes a block. That becomes something in their face that they are looking at. That is something that their soul that their being wants them to look at. And so there's these thoughts and beliefs that are in there, and they're usually not like gentle little swords. It's like ow, ow, ow. It's really getting their attention for them to look at things. So um, the feelings are they're not they're painful feelings right now. I feel like they um, are looking at why do they feel hurt? Why is it bothering them? What are these thoughts and these beliefs that are happening? Yeah, because when we ask what's coming towards you guys, the Six of Cups, which the Six of Cups is emotions, and it's about looking back. It's nostalgia. It's about looking back at memories, and it's usually not um, like how do you? They're not like, oh, joyful memories. I'm reflecting on the joyful ones. The Six of Cups is generally looking back, going, I'm having movement of painful memories being transformed into something else. And it's the journey that we're on where, especially with that Seven of Swords, where there's this thoughts and these beliefs that are coming up in, then it's like, well, let me think about the emotions. Where's this coming from? And so they're really, it feels like you guys are revisiting some old emotions, some old pains. And, you know, I feel like that they're going to realize, especially being a Cancer sign, water, oh my God. I know I have a ton of water in my chart, so I get it. It's like emotions, emotion, ocean. And I feel like he's getting to the root and understanding that these current thoughts and beliefs are go back and go back and go back and go back. And so I feel like there's this big reflection that's going on his thoughts and beliefs. Yeah, because the Seven of Swords popped up again. So they're like, nope, that's the message. There is this, conflict of thought and belief, and it is triggering his wonderful Cancerian reflection into his wonderful sea of emotion. Um, so right now, that's where they're at there. Um, yeah, there's what's coming towards you, a tsunami of emotion is what's he's experiencing anyway, or your past person. Yeah, because Ace of Cups is about new emotion. It's the chalice, the holy grail. There it goes. They're offering, this is like the universe offering you both a higher love and this reflection in your emotions. We, of course, when we look for our emotional fulfillment out there, disappointment, because people change, people pass away, all that stuff is unstable. But that Ace of Cups is the unconditional love of the higher realms. And so, the purpose of the conflicts, the entire world is designed for us to experience the opposite of who we really are. We're a supernatural, powerful being made of unconditional love, and we come here in these human body suits that are made of stardust to experience the opposites, which is fear and the fear of losing conditional love, a love that can be lost because we have a love that can never be lost. And for us to understand that, we experience this. To understand air, we go 6 feet underwater and go, oh, air. So we have an understanding of both in the experiences. And I feel like what's coming towards you is both of you are this expansion of understanding a higher love rather than that love from the outside. So, not sure if that is what you were looking for, Heidi, but that's what message they have for you today. I always say we can always try tomorrow, and I will. If you guys missed all my announcements, I am going to be live giving readings every single day. 7 p.m. Mountain Time, Sunday through Friday, Saturdays, 8 p.m. Mountain, because I do go on Instagram at 5 p.m. on Saturdays. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings, I'm on. Friday, Saturday is 11 a.m. Mountain, and Sunday is 10 a.m. Mountain. So I am around. So I appreciate you guys all showing up. All right. So I'll move on. I know Anju, you're probably like, come on, quit your yak yak yak. Let's get to my reading. So let's take a look here. Uh, you want to know potential relationship coming to you soon, the rest of the year. If yes, um, how he will be single. All right. Let's take a look here. And let me just take a quick sip here. And I do want to use that Sun and Moon Tarot. Let's take a look. We'll just ask first, do you have a potential relationship coming to you before the end of the year? And we will see. After that answer, then we don't have, if it's no, then we don't have to ask the second one, right? But let's take a look. All right. Will you have a potential relationship coming to you by the end of the year? Interesting. So you've got the Magician card and you've got the Chariot. Magician card is all about you taking initiative, you initiating and creating, the beautiful things in your life. And the Chariot is your power of choice. So I haven't had this happen yet, at least in a while in a reading, because this is all about it's up to you. You get to initiate and take on kind of this role of not really pursuing, but manifesting and bringing in this beautiful energy around possibility. And whatever you focus your energy on is what grows. Kind of like magician's been showing up several times during this session. It's about whatever you focus on is what grows. So don't focus on like, why am I alone? Because all the universe hears is alone, 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 and then you're alone. But if you're like, I want to have a relationship and this is the kind I would like, you're growing that and bringing that possibilities in. And then with the Chariot card, that's all the power of choice, which in every moment you have the power to choose what you're feeling. Are you going to feel an emotion that's related to the higher love of unconditional love of above, or an emotion that's related to the fear of losing conditional love? Are you going to choose a story around a situation that's of unconditional love of above, or is it going to be a story that's related to the fear of losing conditional love? So, a lot of power that they have coming in here for you, um, saying that it's up to you um, about manifesting and bringing this wonderful opportunity in for you here. Yeah, because you have the Empress card, which is all about new birth, new beginnings coming in. So that would, be, um, yeah, be a positive card. Just if you don't want to get pregnant, be careful. Just kidding. But, then you have the Ace of Swords, which is a beautiful, powerful card too, because the Ace of Swords basically tells you that you hold this in your hand and it helps you connect to higher truths, but it also allows you to cut away your old expectations and thoughts of how things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be. Kind of feel like they're telling you have all this power in your hands, but up to this point you might have used your power to have your expectations so tight that it's difficult for the universe to bring you the individual with the 100 things that you want from them in the exact way that you want it to happen in right. And there's all these opportunities outside of here, but because you're narrowing it with your power, it's uh, taking forever to happen. And they're saying open up, let go of expectations of how things have to be. Like I mentioned earlier to someone, get it down to like 5 things that you really want in someone. That could be met pretty fast, right? But if you have 100 things there, because that's what they mentioned earlier. Oh, that's out of order. I mean, it's out of stock here locally. We're going to have to import that. That's going to take weeks to get here. So it's like, what is really important, what really do you want out of a relationship. And I feel like that doing that work and you have that power in your hands, that's what really uh, is behind whether you get a relationship by the end of the year, and how you'll meet them. Instead of expectations, it's like just let it be wide open and allow it to be met for you. So I like that for you because you have the power, you have the wand in your hand. All right, Linda. So you are asking, will you and Caleb reconcile, and will he contact you soon? For that, I really am being drawn to the Chinese oracle. Let's take a look here. And again, thank you everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. If you don't regularly follow my channel, I also give giveaways quite often. I have a giveaway playlist down in the description box of this video, so you can check that out after your reading if you'd like, and sign up for any of those. I also put out weekly energy updates by each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and this week I have 1010 portal readings coming out called the Fates Gate or Fates Wheel. It's called Fates Wheel. Sorry, it wasn't the gate. That was last month. So those are coming out. Today was water signs. Tomorrow will be fire signs. Wednesday will be air signs. And then earth signs will be Thursday. So just make sure if you subscribed, click on that little notification bell and select all, and then you'll be notified when those come out. All right. So let's take a look here. Linda, will you and Caleb reconcile? We'll ask that first. Okay, one card. And then will he contact you? Because he could still contact you even if you don't reconcile, right? So that'll be number 2. So you got first question here. So you got the Justice card here. And the Justice card here, for me, it's the balancing out of truths. And for me, that's not a joining together type of card of reconciliation. It almost has like this echo of separation, divorce. It's like judge and court, which is not a loving coming together kind of card. It's more of a final judgment type of energy that's coming in for our question here. So I'm sorry, he's not. But then also you have the double card. So, which is, will he contact you? With the double card there, it is about the rattling of your cage, the shaking up of your foundations. The devil card is the Capricorn energy, which is ruled by Saturn, which you'll hear me say a lot on here. Because I am a Capricorn rising, I love the task. We're all about doing the inner work and the shadow work and all that. And that's what is happening. So when we're asking, if they're going to do that, it's like that you're not and they're not, but it's happening because it's designed to rattle your cage and have you look at what is going on, right? Why did this happen? Why did they do this? And why do I feel this way? They're really shaking the foundation of your worth and of your beliefs, but it's for you. It's never to you. It's happening for you because in the rattling of the cage door opens up and you're like, it was never locked, and you get to be free. And with doing the work, Saturn rewards you and brings you a reward for doing the work. So I know it's not a good feeling for that. And I know I had my fair share of broken hearts and people acting all sorts of ways, and I know at the time, feels ugly. But in hindsight, I am grateful. And I know it may not feel any better, but maybe a little bit of hope that it is worth the adventure, because once you get out of that cage, you can fly. It's like a falcon that's kept in a cage that it can't expand its wings. You're just like you just can barely move, and then when you get out there, you get to spread your wings and you truly get to fly. So well, then screw him. So, right? It's happening for you. Good, because I don't want to. I love it, Linda. Thank you for having a great sense of humor. Too funny. Yes. Lock him in the cage. See how he likes it. All right. Thank you, Linda. All right. And Kelly, you are next. And you're asking what's going to happen between you and your love interest? Will things get better? So I do want to go back to these Sun and Moon Tarot. And then NC, you will be next. And Neon Bright Lights, you'll be after that. Hey, all right. Cappy Risings unite. All right. So Kelly, we'll take a look here. So what's going to happen between you and your love interest? All right. Well, so first you have the Eight of Cups, which Cups is an emotion card, of course. And Eight of Cups is about walking away from the emotions that no longer serve you, which allows you to go to a higher level. The Nine of Cups after that is the wish fulfillment card. It's emotional fulfillment. And it's kind of like leaving behind emotions that aren't bringing you any results. Like you're investing emotions, but you're not getting anything back. It's like it's time to stop investing emotions there, leave it behind, and move on to, something that's fulfilling for you. You have the Queen of Swords. Swords, are our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, all our expectations. And the Queen of Swords is about, cutting away old expectations. The Queen's, it's a balancing of heart and mind. And with that Eight of Cups, I kind of feel like there might be, emotion. It's like a great emotional flood, but that, the mind coming in there, the spirit saying, let's balance it out. What, let's think about it too, not just feel about it. Because you also have the King of Wands, which is all about the fire, the energy, the drive, the ambition. But there is this energy around the King of Wands too, that you hold, the torch in your own hands, that you get to drive your energy. You get to be an entrepreneur of love. I don't know why they're saying that. They're just being goofy, but you get to take those into your hands. And I kind of feel like, I mean, if this resonates with you, I kind of feel like you're investing, and it's like you're putting $100 away into a 401k that you're not sure is going to pay back at the end of the year. And you're like, well, but it might. And they're like, but think about it. Do you really feel, balance in your heart and your mind? Do you really? Is it your heart thinking, like what I'm hearing is you have a wonderful ability to see the uh, what was it when someone can um, like do well, like you're looking at their possibilities. Can't think of the word, but you know what I'm saying. It's like you look at someone and go, yeah, but look at this, is what they could become, this is who they could be, and I can see it. And you're like, but they're not being it now. And thinking and looking and seeing the capacity that they might have inside doesn't mean that they're ever going to do that. And I kind of feel like the investment that you've been giving isn't getting a whole lot of return. And they're kind of saying with that Eight of Cups just cut the lot cut the losses. But it's like, you experienced what you wanted to experience with that, but now it's time for you to really take that energy, take your passion, and take hold of it, and balance your heart and your mind, and find a new investment, a more abundant investment, one that you can. It's not about looking at their possibilities, but they're already showing things, because we can't change people. I know I have tried for decades with this much success. And I know I used to be in that place where I would go, oh, but look at, they have so much possibility. And nope. Boom. So there you go, Kelly. I'm sorry that may not be what you were looking for there, but look for the bright future. You're going to find a better investment. It is in the cards, literally, that you have that King of Wands, that you're finding this fire. You are taking it and taking it into a direction there. So sorry. All right, NC, you are up. And you say, may I ask, how would Charles react if I walk away from him? Okay, let's take a look here. I do want to use the Radiant Rider Waite for that. All right. What else? Tell us about. Thank you, Heidi. All right. All right, so just the two cards. So this is how Charles would react. Ooh, okay. Well, you kind of knew this, right? Heartbroken, pain in the heart, disappointed, um, but mainly concerned about how they would look to others. This is about the Six of Wands is about recognition, and what people, that they say about them. And so I figure that they really would be more, they're heartbroken and they're disappointed, but also, what will people think about me, um, which is what happens in disappointment and heartbreak. But uh, but I wouldn't let that stop you, because you can't control anyone's emotions anyway. You can give someone the world and they could still choose to be unhappy, right? I kind of feel like that's why you want to walk away, because you're just like, nothing. Yeah. Because you have the Three of Pentacles here. This is basically Spirit telling you to be your authentic self. Don't worry about disappointing people or pleasing people yourself. That, you got to choose and be able to express yourself and be yourself, and not constantly make yourself small so that they don't feel intimidated or low about themselves, and that you have to shrink and not shine because then you make me look small. It's like this, be you, and you don't have to try to fit into anyone's mold anymore. You get to be your authentic you get to make decisions for your life, because it's your life to live. And again, you can't make anyone else happy. You can't make them do anything that you don't want them to do, and they won't do anything they want to do. And obviously they haven't done a whole lot because, like you said, you have to shrink yourself so that they don't feel bad about themselves instead of them stepping it up, right? So I kind of feel like it's time, and it's okay. You have permission from Spirit. You're like, boom. All right. So thank you, NC. And then on to Neon Bright Lights. I love that, how you have your name there. So does Mark, are they going to reach out and talk to you? Okay, well, let's take a look here. All right. So, I would say this is probably a yes, because you do have the Two of Cups. You also have the Prince of Cups, as well as the Ten of Cups. It's a lot of emotional energy that is very positive energy. You also have the King of Swords, which, you know, um, the King of Swords is rules over air. All the kings get extra air, so there's a lot of mentalness. And I'm not sure if well, it makes sense with you being Capricorn too, and Cap rising. You get into your head, you get into your thoughts and into your mind, and they're kind of telling you, be aware of that. Try not to get too much into your head. Let yourself feel and experience. Don't get so caught up in the mindsets and the expectations and the supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and all that. That Ace of Swords that you're wielding there is that king is cut away a lot of those expectations. Try not to make it be so, controlled and fit within this line. Allow yourself the freedom to just feel and get out of your head. Get out of your head. You didn't hear me? Get out of your head. And just allow yourself to enjoy the journey and the process. So that is what they have to say there. Um, so I appreciate everyone for being here. If you haven't given the video a like yet, I really appreciate it if you do. It does help my channel grow and YouTube to want to share my other videos with people as well. I will be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm excited for that. You are very welcome. It's my honor giving these beautiful messages of love from Bum. And sometimes I know they're don't feel so beautiful, but I definitely, um, appreciate you being open and trusting me to connect to the spirit world for you. I will be back, like I said, tomorrow night, and all the schedule is listed in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. And I hope you come around again. Appreciate you guys very much. Thank you, Chaos, for all your help in the chat room today. Really appreciate you. Everyone have a wonderful night's sleep or rest, a great rest of your day, wherever you're at in the world. Sweet dreams. Do not dream of bunny rabbits. Now you will dream of bunny rabbits. All right. We'll talk to you guys soon. You have a great night. Just know that every second of every day that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we see you again, you guys hang in there and you guys take care. Good night.